Hey friends, so I am going to be reading the Megan Thee Stallion situation. But before I get started, I want to tell you the process. First of all, it's super appealing to me, and there's something within this situation I need to know. Okay? I'm not able to get it through the regular process of reading, so what I had to do is I had to actually call the spirits responsible, the evil spirits, into this space and force them to give me an accurate description as to what is going on from their end. Why? The questions, fill in the blanks. So because of this, I'm just making you aware that who I'm talking to is not actually any of Megan Thee Stallion's ancestors nor mine. Okay? So I don't want you to feel like I'm communicating with anyone other than who is responsible for what has happened. We know who, but there are spirits also behind it as well that fuel that hate, that fuel that agenda, and that's why we've gotten to the space that we're in now. Okay? So it's important to pay attention to what I say, but not listen to who I am talking with. Okay? Because I'm going to ask some questions because I need to know. What was your agenda here with creating this situation with Megan Thee Stallion? Hell is upright. This actually talks about, they're saying that they wanted nothing for her. They wanted nothing for her family. They wanted nothing for her friends. And these are the spirits that follow the senators and the individuals who are and were, okay, and were attached to the attack on their life. And that's the truth. The number 4 shows up here. So this talks about 4 generations ago, a similar situation happening in Megan Thee Stallion's life where politics were involved. Okay? Okay. Tell me more about this. The men in the family. 3 men up. Either incarcerated or had legal issues. So now we're talking about a chain of events. Okay, we're talking about where it originated from and what it means today. Okay. The situation that transpired between Megan Thee Stallion and the senators has been something that Megan Thee Stallion and her ancestors and her family, her mother, her grandmother, have always had to fight against, but never really had the eye to see. You know, they always seen the physical people, but not the evil spirits or the negative energy that fuels that hate and that type of attack. We refer to these attacks as generational curses. And what I'll tell you is there are spirits who just never wanted us to succeed, which is fine. It's very minute sometimes. Okay? Now, the good thing about this is that we are completely in control over what we do in a space like this. And sometimes you have to call in those evil spirits that fueled the shit in the first place to get to the bottom of it. Okay, I'm reiterating this because there are a lot of them here now that don't understand what we're doing here. Okay, so I'm just making them aware. Now, this is a very deep attack, is what I'm going to say. We're not just talking about the release of thought shit and the comments that were made. We're talking about generations and generations back. Okay, let's bring it back in and let's stay on task here. Okay, let's only talk about the situation with Megan Thee Stallion and the senator. Why and what were your motives? This is to ruin plans of what Megan has for later on this year. The month of November shows up. So what they're saying is they never wanted her to succeed and to impact lives how she has. Spirituality shows up, right? I think that Megan is a beacon of a damn good beacon of some type of spiritual goodness and light is what I'm going to say. Even though she's not a role model like they say or whatever, she ain't got to be one with energy like that. How will the situation play out, and what is happening on your end? This actually talks about physical repercussions taking place based on karmic energy. So what those spirits are saying is that because of what they've done, because of the energy that they are tied to, physical repercussions will be exactly what we see happen with the senator. I think it's going to be health issues. You know, it's kind of like you kind of reap what you sow. And that is warranted, is what I'm going to say, so I don't feel bad at all. What do I need to know about the situation, and why has it been so hard for me to channel it? What they're saying is that this is an opportunity of growth. And if I wouldn't have went about it the back way, which I don't usually do, you know, communicate directly with them and force them into a space of reading, I wouldn't necessarily know. You wouldn't necessarily know. Okay? This is a very powerful moment for the entire spiritual community. And I'm not talking about this reading. I'm talking about the situation itself. Megan taking the stance was not necessarily even fucking expected. They had no clue that she was going to release that. Okay? Megan is well protected in the spirit realm. Okay, so when your ancestors don't want your plans to get out to whoever or whatever, and in this case, the evil spirits that are attached to their lineage, they can't see you. They can't touch you. Okay? They didn't know at all, trust me. How will this affect the outcome now? Let me rephrase that. What else do I need to know? They're saying they're going to go after Megan pretty hard. Okay? They've went after her whole entire family hard. Her mother was a rapper. We all know this from public knowledge. But here's the thing. Megan actually made it. She made it. Okay, her mother was gifted. Megan is gifted, and we can be blessed under that gift just by listening to her music, being inspired by her, and dwelling in that energy. Okay, this is a ploy to stop healing, you know? Let me ask you this. Are the senators completely aware of why they were hating her? Agreement is upright. This says yes. And they say yes too. Okay. What does this have to do with her mother? This says when her mother was sick, it was hard for her to get the care that she needed. Okay, this talks about those spirits being responsible for making it very difficult for her mother to run into the right care provider. And I'm going to say this. They didn't cause the death, and they didn't delay it. Okay, this to me needed to be spoken. They didn't cause the death. They didn't delay it. They're not that powerful. But they were present in that energy. Okay, and I think that Megan Thee Stallion's grandmother is the one with short hair, and the one who is a Christian woman, very, very, very powerful in her essence. She asked me to ask them that question. Okay, is there any? What do I need to? Okay. For you. The message for you is simple. Open your eyes to the whole entire situation, to what's happening, okay? And realize that there are things trying to stop you, that have always tried to stop you, and that have always tried to, and have always interfered with your energy. The energy of 6 comes up. This talks about a lot of you guys actually dealing with stomach issues, nausea, stuff like that. And this talks about not being able to realize when things are actually going right. Okay, now what I'll say is this: I have witnessed a lot of repercussions from these negative spirits in my clients all the time. Okay, the answer is always the third card pulled. Lighting your candles. Doing this is going to always keep you established and always keep you connected with your ancestors who are trying so hard to catch up with you in a sense. Okay? There's a lot to lighting those candles, but this is very enlightening for sure. Okay? What are the specifics that we can expect here? Okay. Are you sure? Okay, let me ask again. Sorry. I don't always like dealing with them, friend. What are the specifics that we can expect? Megan does give a verbal response, a public response to the video once again. They won't necessarily do it, but Megan does, okay? The time frame on this is about 4 weeks. 2 also shows up here, so I think she takes her time. I think she lets it fester. I think she lets the community process this, and I think that that is a part of the plan, okay? This shit needs to stop is what her ancestors are saying. That is simple. It needs to stop. And they are confident that this is one of the first steps, one of the many steps to get a lot of the energy back flowing into our favor. Am I satisfied with what I've heard today? Not necessarily, but that's enough. That's what I wanted to know, because I'm ready to disconnect. And since I have those spirits here, as well as Megan's ancestors, I'll ask them this question so they can know the answer. What secrets are you keeping? This says the longer that Megan stays disconnected from her siblings, this is a younger girl, okay? Family disconnections have also happened as of right now. Love is the last to go. Okay, this to me is a plot against Megan. I think that she has begun to distance herself, and it's going to be rectified for sure, is what I'm going to say. They're hoping that she won't be able to become close with her siblings. There's a younger girl here that Megan was close with, that she's no longer close with. And that to me is a very... It's not a determining factor relationship, but it is very significant, is what I'll say. Okay? Based on the energy now, has this been averted? It will be. So this, again, is a secret that Megan's ancestors wanted me to ask the spirits that we have control over as of right now. So this was no secret. Okay, they know that the family is not close, but I think that now they are aware of what they need to focus on in the spirit realm and with Megan. Okay? Fame does that. Fame does that. This is all in the 7th place energy. So this not only talks about them trying to keep it a secret from her ancestors, but this talks about them actually feeling like it's going to win. They're going to win. The evil spirits behind this. Okay. So they have that confidence there, is what I'm going to say. For sure. Have all parties heard what they need to hear? The first card pulled, everything is fine. They have. So I'll give my final dissertation with everything that just came out. From myself alone. A lot of things are moving into perspective. And this is just another confirmation that things are correcting themselves. Okay? This says for you to continue to do what you need to do spiritually for yourself and understand the battle that you are in. It's not going to be easy, but I do think that you are actually listening and you're making it through. For sure. I think that the world benefits from this, and I'm so glad that we are in this age and era to walk into this. And it's going to be good. It is. It is. And we learned something today. You definitely learned something today. This was enlightening. So, again, just to reiterate, the ancestors that I had of Megan's, and then the spirits responsible, or the evil spirits that I also had, have been released back and dispersed to their respective places. You don't need to be in fear. You don't need to be afraid. And you damn sure don't need to think that they have enough power to stop you in your life. Okay? You're way more powerful than what you could even imagine. And you always have been, and that's that. So I'll leave you with this. Protection is upright. A ring of protection. I think that if you made it this far in the video, you're one of the ones. That's what I'm going to call you. So with that being said, that brings me a lot of clarity. Okay? It makes a lot of sense. I feel at ease and at peace. And what I'll say is, let's watch this play out. So, I love you guys. Again, my name is Jordan with Chakra Spirit Tarot. If you need to book a one-on-one session with me, you definitely can at www.ChakraSpirittTarot.com. Now, as I only feel that it's right, we'll let Megan close us out. I love you. And there you have it.